we talk about number 19 Colorado going at Eugene to play the Ducks. This is obviously a top 20 matchup. Colorado ranked 19th in the country. Oregon, a top 10 team at number 10. But, I mean, Colorado looking for their second ranked win of the year, although, I mean, it was a TCU team that was probably ranked based off their performance last year. But, yeah, big tester here. Oregon is 21-point favorites, which, I mean, a three touchdown favorite. Might have to do a little bit with, the absence of Travis Hunter as he's out for a couple weeks. I believe it was lacerated liver, right?
Yeah.
Lacerated liver.
It's a crazy injury.
It's a scary one because, I mean, we talk about laceration being a cut. That would be a cut internally, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I wonder if that's why they sent him to the hospital, because it was just like, I don't know, there was some internal bleeding going on. But, hoping for a speedy recovery from him. He's been phenomenal all year. Excited to see him back on the field, but this weekend, they don't got him, Colorado.
Yeah, and a big shout out, too, to Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter. Both of them have come out with their comments about the hit. Yeah. Both of them they don't have anything bad to say about the kid. They're like, it's a football play. Maybe, his intentions, but we don't know what his intentions were. Yeah. And they both came out with some great comments. So big respect to both of them.
Absolutely.
Travis and Deion.
Yeah. Travis was on his podcast. Yeah. Travis was on his podcast. And, he's in his little onesie. He's just a funny, happy
it's so
guy.
Goofy.
I know,
it's so
it is
funny.
so goofy. I love it. He's just not afraid to, show his personality. But he was just like, hey, it's football. There's gonna be hits like that. The game's physical, and it's just like move on, recover, and get excited for whenever he comes back. So, big respect, big props to them.
But yeah, like they definitely didn't have to do that. They could have just moved on with their business, but they both felt it was important to speak on it. And yeah. Like I said, big respect to both of them for doing that, but
especially with the backlash.
Oh yeah.
That the kid received. I mean, you think about it, he's probably a 19, 20-year-old kid. I mean, he's getting death threats. Mm-hmm. His family is getting death threats. I mean, it's just, it's not that deep, I love college football. I'm passionate about it, but it's just not worth it to go down that route and, react that way. Yeah.
And obviously, it's got big meaning for this game this week.
Oh, absolutely.
No Travis Hunter. Yeah, is a loss not only on the offensive side but on the defensive side.
Definitely more on the defensive side, I would say, because it's like, how is Colorado going to slow down this Bo Nix offense? Yeah, they've been explosive all year. I know that it's been 3 opponents who were nothing crazy. I mean, they struggled a little bit with Texas Tech, was able to pull away at the end there, but it's like is Colorado going to be able to have the firepower to be able to slow down this offense, especially in Autzen?
Yeah, it's going to be the Bo Nix show. I think when Bo Nix first transferred to Oregon, a lot of people were kind of like, what is Oregon doing? Yeah. They're like, there's no way that Oregon is only attracting Bo Nix, but
including us.
Oh yeah. I'll be honest. I was huge. I was laughing at.
Yeah. You were very critical of.
I was very critical
of that transfer
of that move for them. And looking back on it now, I'm like, that's why they get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, exactly. That's why,
because they know ball. But the Bo Nix that we've seen at Oregon is the Bo Nix that we thought we were going to get at Auburn. Yeah. So it's good to see Bo Nix kind of turn the tides and turn into a real Heisman threat, I think. Yeah. And this is a great way to start his Heisman campaign.
Absolutely.
A big win over, the most popular team in the country right
Absolutely. Now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And to start the Heisman campaign with, I mean, it's going to be pretty much most of the eyes in the country is going to be watching this game. I think just because, the engagement that primetime has brought to the team. And also everyone wants to see Oregon, they've kind of been excluded from the playoff talk for a couple of years now. Yeah. So this is kind of their chance to, turn things around, starting off 3-0 and, get some momentum going into conference play, because they could be legitimate contenders there at number 10.
Yeah. And I guess for the Colorado side of things, this has to be the Shedeur Sanders show. Yeah. Like it has to be. He's got to make the plays. It's going to be a hostile environment. Autzen is probably one of the tough places to play in the country. Yeah. I think you can easily say that. Teams don't go up to Autzen and win. Yeah.
Very rarely.
I know Washington did it last year, but we're talking about an elite Washington football team that went up there and did it. So, Shedeur Sanders, he's gonna have to really make the plays. Scoring 28 points, it's not gonna do it. What they did last week against Colorado State, at least in the first 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Overtime, I think they got 43. So, he's gonna have to play probably his best football game of his life to really have a chance
to even just have a chance
have a chance to beat Oregon.
I think
exactly, because I'm going to be honest, Oregon's offense is a lot better than TCU.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot better than Nebraska, and it's a lot better than Colorado State.
Absolutely.
So, I think people look at this line at 21 and they're like, "Oh, that's easy money for Colorado." I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Oregon covers that line, but don't be surprised if they do.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if it's a big win and Oregon wins this by 28 or 35. That will not be surprising one bit to me.
Yeah, I think it speaks volumes that the line's at 21, because this was open before the Colorado State game, I believe.
Yep.
The line was at like 20.5, and I was like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is Oregon really that raw?
Yeah.
And come to find out, Travis Hunter's, or no, it was 14 or something.
14.
It was 14
then it moved to 20.
That's right. Yeah, and then Travis Hunter gets hurt, which is crazy to think that Travis Hunter is that good to the point where he has like a 6.5 point impact on the line. So yeah, I just think it's going to be, I don't know if this is the beginning of the downfall for Colorado, and it has really nothing to do with them. It's more of, the competition in these next few weeks because of, the strength of the Pac-12. But yeah, I just, going into the prediction, or you got some more facts there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
We just need to mention that Colorado is 1-8 versus Oregon in the Pac-12 era. So this is a team that has already not had success against Oregon. Luckily for Colorado, their one win has come at Autzen. So, just their one win is on the road against Oregon, but Oregon got them last year. They blew them out 49-10. Obviously a different Colorado team, so it really doesn't mean too much what happened last year. But this is really going to be the test for Deion Sanders. I think if you had Colorado at 3-0 going into this Oregon game, I need to know the lottery numbers for this week.
Yeah.
Because you have some crystal ball type, I don't even know. But this is really where Deion's gonna prove if he is, one of the elite coaches this early into his career in college football is you got to go on the road and you got to win, big games in hostile environments.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to jump into my prediction for this one. And I've said Oregon's not going to cover that line. Don't be surprised if they do, though. I personally don't think they won't. But if Oregon beats them by, like I said, 28, 35, don't be surprised. That won't be surprising in the slightest. I got Oregon winning by probably 17 if I had to put a number on it. I think they win by a couple scores. I put that on Twitter too. Yeah. So it's live. My take is out there live.
His take is out there live. So there's no going back on that. So he's got Colorado by about 17. I think I got
Eugene. Yeah, I got Eugene by 17.
My bad. But yeah, Colorado, they've been in this position before. They've been big underdogs. They were against TCU. But I just think that this is, I think them being underdogs week 1 was kind of just a guess. It was like no one knew what this Colorado team was going to be. Mm-hmm. I think that they were better than TCU, and they proved that to be true. But I think that we know more about Oregon week 3 or week 4 than we did TCU week 1. So I think that this underdog is more accurate.
Yeah, and it's hard. No Travis Hunter, you're on the road. Maybe, insert Travis Hunter, put this game in Colorado and you get a different story. But
yeah, absolutely.
I think the task is too hard. Yeah. If Deion Sanders pulls this out, I genuinely might, start calling him the best coach in college football.
We have to, we'll buy the prime glasses.
Oh, yeah, we'll buy the prime glasses.
We'll buy the prime glasses if he gets it done. Yeah. But I've got Oregon winning by 2 touchdowns. I think they're going to win by 14.
So both of us got Oregon.
I think it's exciting, explosive offensive game from both sides.
Oh yeah.
So should be a fun one to watch. I believe that's 1:30 prime time, Mountain Time, ABC.